G, how are you doing, mate?
I'm fine, thanks. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Right. Sorry,
where are you on the Ange out spectrum?
I'm far from it now. I used to be big Ange out, not Ange out, sorry, Levy out. I was big Levy out, but not for the managers. I think we just don't give them time, and nowhere near enough time to get done what we want, you know, especially now with this kind of manager. I'm definitely Ange in. We've got no other option. Levy has been so lucky to get this man. He wasn't on his list. He didn't want him, really. I know some people say he was, but look how long it took. We was without a manager for a long time until we managed to finally get hold of him. So I think he just needs to be given the time that he deserves. You know, he hasn't had a transfer window really properly yet. You can't include January's, they're no good. We lost Kane, who literally was our whole team was built around, in a very negative way of style of playing. And now we've got a completely different style of playing, completely new players that we need. And we're playing on the bare bones of it. We are practically like a kit car trying to run in a Grand Prix right now. We've got a fourth Spence out on the unbelievable guy. I love him to bits, by the way. Absolutely love this guy. So enthused by him, really.
Do you know what's brilliant? Can I just in case I forget, G, just want to say what's brilliant about Jed Spence, right, is that he isn't a left back, but he's genuinely, and these are so rare. He's genuinely as good at left back as he is at right back, and that is so rare in football to have that option.
And this is what Ange can do as well. He can play players out of position, even new kids he's doing it to. I mean, he's our fourth option there. When you take out Udogie, you take out Davies, you take out, what are you going to, you know, what you're left with? Who did we have? I think we even played Regal on there the other week.
Yeah, he got kicked the other day. Dorrington came on the other day as well.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, come on, you know what? You got to give this guy some time, and you got to give him the players. What he's doing right now, I'm totally opposite. I know people are going to batter me to bits on the live chat, right? But I'm not that I care anyway. But really, we've got to give this guy time. We've got to give him the resource and everything. And I think I have a feeling. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I hope I'm right. I was never really Levy out. I was always Levy out, sorry, but now I think it's not Levy out, it's Levy leave the team alone, leave the squad alone, get on with the business and leave other people in charge. And I think Ange is doing that. I mean, he was saying about about Gray and how he wanted the players that we've got coming in. So it's down. I think it is more down to him this time than what it was before, you know.
Yeah, G, I just want to say one thing. I'm just watching it, they're just showing a lot of the goals that we conceded today, right? I think if we had Mickey van der Ven on the pitch, so many of them were then coming over the top and where he would have put the afterburners on and covered it.
Where are you going to start? Where are you going to start, Barnaby, with who we should have had playing?
Yeah. And I don't usually
players for crying out loud.
I don't usually talk like that, but actually, I don't really talk like that as if there was one thing. But what I mean is just like Liverpool were very simply just like, oh, we're going to just literally play it over the top, play mid-range balls, and then they had men free. The other thing I want to say though, because you are, like you said, you're very Daniel Levy out. And you said, you said that you want Levy to leave the football sideline, which I believe them appointing Scott Munn, that was kind of the plan, right? Yeah. But also with you being kind of Ange in, I wanted to ask you, do you think Daniel Levy will give Ange the time that you want him to give him?
He's got no way out of it. He won't have anyone in, especially this time of the year as well. There's no way. And it just looks bad on him. I think it's got to that stage now where he's got to go all in. He's the last one. He's the last sheriff of the town or whatever. You know, where's he going to go? And it's all going to come down on him anyway. If he's going to get lynched if he gets rid of Ange as well, and then has nothing really to come in that's better. You know, I can't see it.
It was interesting that just before Liverpool scored their final goal to make it 6-3, was it 6-3? Yeah. The fans were chanting the Ange chant. So you know, the home fans are still there.
Too right. I think they're just more having a go at Levy because he's not getting the resources. They don't think he's, but they've got to hold back. They've got to hold on. And we need some fan perspective. We need level-headedness with what's going on. It is a rebuild. We're looking at Liverpool, which could be the Tottenham in 4 years' time. Look at the lineup they've got in their side and that. I'm surprised we even got 3 goals, to be honest. You know, and I'm not a negative person when it comes to Spurs. Spurs, I was with it was Conte and all the rest of it, but this time I think we've got a real chance there, and we don't want to blow it. I get that. I get the protests and all the rest of it, but we've got to be careful that we don't put this all onto Ange rather than you know, because Levy's not going anywhere. I defy any one of us who had that kind of money and that resources to actually own this club wouldn't get involved with it. We'd be all over it. I'd be picking players and buying this and buying that and doing whatever and making a complete arse of it all. No problem at all, you know. And unfortunately, he has been doing that. He didn't support Poch. Look at this Liverpool team. Remember, this is the remnants of what we played in the Champions League. They persisted and they carried on, and we didn't. And that was Levy's fault. And that's why I was upset with Levy. But I think now I can see that he's kind of changed his way. And I think getting on his back is cool, you know, keeps him alert, but we can't push him too far because otherwise he's just going to revert back into that mold again. And then we're all comfortable and whatever, you know.
Gee, I'm just going to ask you one more question because I've got a lot of people to talk to. Obviously, we need recruitment in January, and you did say at the beginning, it's true, it's very hard to get players in. But what we really need is kind of more players like Solanke, players who can straight away drop in and make a difference. If we were going to get one, what position would it be? Do you have any names off the top of your head?
No, I can't even start there. I think it will be all right. I just trust in Ange just to do with what he's got. We're not going to get anyone in January. We've got the South Korean guy coming in now, so there's kind of a signing. I think he'll make good out of this guy, and I just want to trust what he's doing. You know, I would say I think if we had, it's not just the players we're missing, it's the fatigue in it. You know, remember, like only 3 games ago, the next 12 games were 3.6 days apart.
Yeah.
How can you run that on this team? They're waste. They're gone. You know, we can't even put Johnson in to fill that area. I'd love to Kulu. You see what happens when Kulu comes into the middle. Do you know what I mean? And when Johnson's there and they can all marry up, it's great. And that's just a sign of just a little tweak. Imagine when we get the rest of it going. You know, Bentancur come back at least or whatever. You know, I can't answer your question on who we can get in because I don't think there's a position. I think we need another striker for sure. I think Richarlison's going to go. I think he's done now. Unfortunately, he's lame. He's a lame horse. He's got to be put out to pasture. But I just think it's incredible what these kids are doing. I just want to show the positive side of these kids. You know, we can blurt on about how bad it is. We've just lost a big game. It's all going to be like, oh, sack Ange and blah blah blah. But come on, look at what these guys are putting into. Look at what Bray's done today. Look at what Spence is doing right now in front of our eyes. In a few years' time, I really truly believe these are going to be the stars of like what Liverpool have. They're going to be the next thing. I think I'd even like to see Spence, and I think he could do it. I'd even like to see him run up in Johnson's place. I think he could do it up there as well.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe.
As a bring on. I might be totally out of order there, but he just seems to be able to put himself around. He was playing in the right back position today as well. I give it up for Spence on that when we went 3-1 down and when it was their 3rd goal. I think we got ahead of ourselves. I really believe that the lads thought we could do it. Spence was in their box when they scored their goal, that 3rd goal. And that's what I think it drew them back, and I think they're going to learn a lot from that. So
okay, brilliant. Gee, thanks for calling, mate. Let's speak again after another game.
Christmas as well. It's great to be on it. Big follower of yours, by the way. Followed you all around the different sites and that. Love the comment. Very, very balanced and with perspective. So
happy Christmas. Appreciate that. And you.
Spurs guys, come on you Spurs.
Come on you Spurs indeed.